Welcome into another edition of Sports Junkies. Time to talk a little Bucks basketball. I'm Steve Sparky Fifer from the Wendy's Big Show on Sports Radio 105.7 FM in Milwaukee. Weekday afternoons from 2 until 6. He, of course, Gery Woelfel, one of the top 5 NBA insiders in the country. And there's discussion he might be battling for the top 3 at this point. I'll get back to you when those numbers come out. Gery, let's talk.
So what do I have to do? Find out, like, who Bango's dating or something? Some TMZ stuff for you?
No, I'm asking you to find out how Peter Vesey is still allowed to actually be considered credible. Well, I kind of want to find out. But either way, let's talk a little bit about Bucks basketball.
I like Peter Vesey.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think he's kind of a neat guy, actually.
He's obnoxious.
He is obnoxious, I'll give you that.
This is something that I need to say to start off.
You know, before you start out, you know, we just got done filming a Packers junkie, and you go, now we're going to start yelling. We're almost a minute into this segment. You haven't yelled yet.
No, I don't think I'm going to have to.
Are you building up or what?
I love the job Jason Kidd has done as head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. I love it. Absolutely love me some Jason Kidd. And I did not think I was going to like Jason Kidd as head coach. I was a little skeptical, okay? This is what I like. Jason Kidd, maybe not an X's and O's guy. So he's got an assistant coach diagramming plays, like Mark Jackson did, like Mike Brown did. Now, caller last night said, Sparky, both those guys don't have jobs. True. True.
Hey, I got to tell you this. You've heard of Bovada.com?
Oh, yeah.
The gambling
Jimmy Shapiro, my guy, sends me the odds every week.
Same here.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw this last week. They had a list of all 30 NBA coaches.
Yep.
And the odds of the coaches being fired. At the top was Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale?
Oh, yeah, I could see. Now, this came out before the season started.
I like Kevin McHale.
I mean, they're off to a great start.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they look really good. But he's definitely on the hot seat. If they don't produce, I could. So I'm in total agreement with that. You know who's 5th?
Kidd? There's no way. There's no way.
I mean, it's like I saw that.
Not happening.
I saw that, and I go, you got to be kidding me.
In the first
no
year?
pun intended.
No.
For this coming year.
No.
He was like 5th or 6th on this list.
Absolutely not.
And I'm thinking,
Lazary doesn't do what he does in Edens. Go get him, create all the uproar that you do to
the
fire
only thing
the
I
first
could think of, the theory, and I was going to call Jimmy and ask him what the deal is if Kidd, who's pretty competitive, ultra competitive, they are so bad come January, early February, and they could be. They might have 10 wins at that time.
That he asks out.
He goes, hey, I'm moving upstairs. Right. I'm taking over officially.
Right.
Even though he is now the man.
Right.
So, yeah. But I thought that was really, really interesting.
He's not getting fired. Okay, now, let's talk a little bit about Jason Kidd. I'm going to tell you what I like about Jason Kidd. Okay? What I like about Jason Kidd is this. You are going. Did
he give you an autograph or something when you were a kid?
I've never talked. No, I mean I talked to him.
Wow, 5 games into the season, and you're anointing him as Red Auerbach's second.
I'll tell you what I like. Whether it's him or whether it's his assistant coaches, I don't know who to give credit to, but we'll give it to him and his coaching staff.
I got to hear this.
The offense looks so much better than last year. I mean, you have people cutting to the rim, the passing. Everything about that offense is night and day better than last year. Now I know you had injuries. You had injuries last year that hurt this team, so it's against Larry Drew and all that. And, fine, but this offense, I love watching this offense play. I really do. Now there are certain times where guys are still forcing shots. Jabari Park in the fourth quarter.
Forcing shots.
The previous time out, Telly Hughes comes on Fox Sports Wisconsin and said, when the timeout started, Jason Kidd came to his guys and said, all right, guys, everybody, just relax. Take a breath. Okay? We're in this.
Stealing a page from Aaron Rodgers
or
what?
Well, maybe. But just relax a little bit, okay? And the next, out of that timeout, they drop the ball to Parker, and Parker goes into this quick move, post-move shake, and force shot. I'm going, what are you doing? So that's still going to happen.
You know what?
When you have young players.
Exactly. He's a young guy.
Right.
Obviously.
And same with a lot of these guys. So you're going to have to get through that, okay? Fine. But the way that they look on offense, I'm very, very excited about that. Very excited. I like the fact that Giannis...
You like their turnover ratio?
Oh, their turnover ratio has not been good.
Okay, who's the head coach?
True. But, like what you just said, well, they got young players.
Oh, no.
That's all going to go together.
These are veterans that are turning the ball over here.
Who won't be here?
Well, they're here now.
Well, that's fine.
So if they're committing turnovers... Show them the way.
They will show them the way. But this is the thing that I like too. Giannis got thrown into the fire last year and asked to start. And I was all for that because season was over. Who cares? Let him play.
But they started him early in the season.
Right.
That was crazy.
Because he was a first-round draft pick. The same reason Jabari Parker is starting for the Bucks.
You know what, Giannis? You don't have to be any good, but get into the starting lineup.
But Jabari is starting for the same reason.
Jabari is so much more advanced than the Greek freak.
We haven't seen him score, really.
Are you kidding me?
No, we really haven't.
Yeah, we have. He's been in double digits every game except last night.
No, look. I understand something. He's a number 2 overall pick. I'm not asking for him to average 11 points a game. That's not the goal here. Yeah. You're the number 2 overall pick. You're expected to do more than 11 points a game.
And he will.
No, I agree. I agree he will.
He will.
I'm not disagreeing with you. He'll be fine. But my point is...
I'm going to start yelling.
That's my right. But they're putting him in the lineup and going, okay, go learn. Now, kid, I'm not sure he's convinced if he's a 4 or 3 yet. He's figuring that out. What I like is, and a lot of people hate it, and we talked about it on the Pick and Say Basketball postgame show last night. Giannis coming off of the bench is the absolute best thing you could have done for that kid.
Did I not bring this up last year?
Yes, you did.
I mean, it's like, I hate harping on this. It's Brandon Jennings all over again.
To a degree, but Jennings never got to go to the second unit.
No, that's my point. The brain trust of the Bucks threw him right into the starting lineup. He has a 55-point game, and all of a sudden,
I was part of that.
Expectations were off.
I was part of that.
He was going to be the second coming to Nate Archibald or something, or Isaiah Thomas.
Right. Yeah.
Look at that.
I was part of that. I wanted to interview his mom.
But yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that was Larry Drew's call. That could have been John Hammond's call. Saying, hey, put him in the lineup.
Right.
John Hammond's not going to tell Jason Kidd what to do this year.
Well, the other thing is this. Those people, I am one of them, that wanted another bad year, another chance to get a top 5 pick. Mm-hmm. Jason Kidd's not coaching like that.
I totally agree.
Jason Kidd is coaching like he's trying to make the playoffs.
No
question.
Now,
again, every coach in the NBA is going to try to win. If you want to guarantee losing, then do what Philly's doing. Just take all their talent away, coach your heart out. Go ahead, coach your heart out.
You know what they should do is like what Orlando's doing. I think Orlando's doing it the proper way. They've got some veterans. They're trying to be a respectable team and bringing their good young picks along. I have no idea what Philadelphia's doing. Zero.
They're doing it the right way, too.
Oh,
they're going to be fine.
I'll bet they never, ever get to the Eastern Conference Finals in the next 10 years. Never. Let me
think about that. Can I get back to you on that next week? I may bet you on that. I might take that bet.
Okay.
All right, back to this Bucks thing with Jason Kidd.
Right.
Okay, so making Giannis earn his way into the starting lineup and play against the second unit. He looked good against the Bulls, and he's looked good in other games. You're starting to see some progress, which is good because I didn't see anything in the exhibition season. So now we're starting to see him move forward. Okay, that's good. Mm-hmm. Now, the guy that is irritating everybody is Jared Dudley. He's the guy that everybody's going, why is he playing? What does he do? Well, what he does is he's a spot-up jump shooter that hits threes.
Correct.
But if he's not doing that, it's pointless to have him out there. Mm-hmm. He's not a great defender by any stretch of the imagination. That just doesn't make any sense. Now, the issue is, we'll start O.J. Mayo. Well, if you start O.J. Mayo, you have nobody off the bench that can score consistently. As much as Giannis has improved, he's still not a reliable scorer every night. So that's why Mayo has to stay on the bench.
You know what I was?
You don't have another option.
I would take Henson or Ilyasova and make a package deal and try to get a shooting guard. Somebody that's, under 25 years old to go along with.
I want Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah. I mean, if they could get Jeremy Lamb, that would be the ideal situation.
Yeah, that's who I'd like.
But that's what I do because they obviously have a serious problem at power forward. They got a glut of power forwards. Nobody's going to be happy.
But the problem is...
So trade them while these guys still have a chance of getting something for them?
But this is the thing. If it was me, we're starting talking about, okay, who do you want to move right away?
Yeah.
Zaza's gone. I trade Zaza now.
Yeah, but the problem is nobody's going to give you anything for Zaza.
Okay, what? Second round pick. I don't care what it is.
No. But then what?
Doesn't matter.
What's a second round pick?
Nothing. No. Right, but to the Bucks is a lot. We collect them. We've been collecting second round picks for years. We like.
You know what? And they could use that second round pick on Tiny Gallon.
Don't make fun of my guy. But this is the thing. All right.
Who was the guy you said before that you liked?
Gallon.
Oh, Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings.
And Tiny Gallon.
Both of them. Kapoof.
I love playing you in fantasy football, basketball, because you take anybody that's over 24 is not on Steve's team.
I'm going young. This is the thing, though. I think Henson right now, his role is not to play next to Larry Sanders. The more I watch him play, the more convinced I am he's like Larry offensively. He's got that little hook. He blocks shots. He can't extend the floor at all. Larry can't extend the floor at all. They both just get in people's ways under the basket.
Exactly.
So if that's going to be the case, fine.
You got the proper read.
Get Henson behind Sanders as the backup center permanently. Let him get his minutes every night and move Zaza out of there.
I can see that point.
And get Henson his minutes.
But here's
and then if you decide you want to trade Sanders because you don't want to pay him all that money because you're the new regime in town, fine. Then Henson moves into the center role officially.
I don't want to say the Bucks blew it again, but they did blow it again. When they had a chance to get Ashik in a trade from Houston last year, do you see what he's doing to help New Orleans now?
Yes.
He's a big physical center. Larry Drew had it right last year. He and his staff, they said, hey, we need somebody up front that's physical. You look at Sanders, you look at Henson, you look at Ilyasova. None of these guys are physical guys. So when they play teams that have bulk and strength and size, they're in big trouble. If they would have brought in Ashik, they would have had an anchor underneath that would.
Well, I'm glad they didn't, because if they would have, we never would have got Jabari Parker, and the whole thing would have blown up. So I'm okay, but not signing.
Yeah, no, I see.
Trading for Ashik,
but that's why they brought in Jeff Adrian.
Sure, and he was that physical guy.
We're getting the 2-minute warning.
Your guy, Michael Eric, who you liked, he's gone. He's gone.
Well, no, I liked him as a roster guy.
Sure,
you know?
But he was kind of physical too.
Absolutely.
That's my point.
Absolutely, good point. Because in preseason, at times he looked like their best interior defender. But Larry Drew had it right last year. That's why they brought in Jeff Adrian. He was a big physical guy. And if you remember, the last 2-3 weeks, he was like one of their best players. I mean, he's not any good. He's just a run-of-the-mill player. But my point is, they need some physicality up front.
See, and that's why Jahlil Okafor would be nice for this Bucks team next year. It would be real nice.
Yeah, and Parker would be on board with that.
Yeah,
Chicago buddy.
You're going to have to get really lucky in the lottery to get that to happen.
It's not going to happen. Think of all the bad teams. I mean,
there's a ton.
The Bucks are going to get like the 8th.
What pick were the Bucks when they got Bogut? 6. They came from 6 to 1 when they got Bogut that year in the lottery.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm just saying.
And the odds of that are about as
based on
good
what
as you.
Okay, but, Gary, if we think, I'll wrap it up in a second, Greg. If we think.
So another 5 more minutes.
Greg Easton's back there having a heart attack. But listen, if we think Mayo can be moved this year,
yes.
Zaza can be moved this year, and Ersan, February to the end of the year, they may struggle a little bit.
Oh, they're going to struggle.
Right?
Go to the bank on that.
All right.
So they'll be struggling sooner than later.
He is Gery Woelfel. I'm Steve Sparky Fifer. Still encouraged. It's a fun team to watch.
You didn't even yell.
No, it's a fun.
And you tell me, oh, now we're going to start yelling.
Well, that's because now you're on board with me about Jason Kidd. Enjoy the rest of your time here at RaceSeatSportsZone.com.
Your nose just hit me in the face. You know that boing.